So that was a bit frustrating in itself. And we have all new fairings for this bike. We have these right here, should not have been powder coated on the tops. But he just had a baby. Congratulations, John and wave. Take like the stickers off this. We have all of our new fairings for the next bike. Just got the fork seals done. Just gotta kind of wiggle it. There we go. Front brake works. Forgot to show you guys what it looks like. This isn't really a super important part of this whole. What is going on, guys? So back in the garage, obviously, and a lot of time has passed. I think it's been about 4 weeks. Now, what can I say about this? Been more than 4 weeks, actually. It's been, I think, 8 weeks, because the stuff was at powder coating for 4 weeks. So that was a bit frustrating in itself. Seeing the initial colors, you're probably maybe not going to be feeling it. Maybe you will be. But the other bike is done. It's gone. It's not here. And we have all new fairings for this bike. We have a bunch of different parts from the other bike that are going on this bike, and the other parts got sold, and we still have some stuff sitting here. But long story short, I think you guys just want to see the powder coat. That's probably why you're here. That's probably why you clicked on this video. So, I'll show you. Bam! Look at that. Hell yeah, brother. Dang. Don't mind this. It's a little bit of a mess. But we have all this powder coat. There's a few things that they messed up on. Excuse my drink. So these right here should not have been powder coated on the tops. Same with inside of here. Same with inside of here. This I told them about, but I already started like scraping it off. Inside of here. Same as this one. But overall, the powder coating looks very good. I should have told them to tape off this part of it. My bad. I'll fix it. Not a big deal. I smoothed out a few things. And one thing that doesn't actually look good is the top of this triple tree. I don't know why, but it looks like it's got a little bit of a run in it. But this triple wasn't in the best shape. There's a couple dimples, but realistically, you're not going to be able to see it. But yeah, the sprocket's done, round bar. Now, the fairings I'm not going to show you. Just showing you the powder coat. So, the new fairings are right there. Thanks to ABS Fairings. He gave John a discount. I would love to give you guys a discount, but I don't work with ABS Fairings. But, if you go over there and you talk to them, tell them I sent you. And then maybe I can work with them on building another bike. So this quick commercial break is brought to you by Impaktech USA. They are going to give you guys 10% off of your next purchase. They are a great company. They've been doing crash cages and crash protection since 2008. They're also the first company to use the dual puck design on their crash cages, unlike most other companies at the time were just using single pucks. And I know from personal experience, whether it had a puck or it had one puck, I've gone through cages, I've used plenty of stuff that just didn't work. And when I finally started using Impaktech in like 2009, 2010, it was a game changer. They go above and beyond to create their products and their crash cages. They use high quality steel, and their products are made here in the United States, just in Riverside, California. So no tariff charges, no extra charges. That means your money stays in America with an American company. Like I said, I've been using their products for many years. From my R6 build back in the day to a bunch of other friends that have used their products, or I have helped build their bikes in between then and now. I always suggest their products to anybody that's looking for stunt parts. If Impaktech makes it, I suggest it to them. The other cool thing is they make products for a lot of bikes that are out there. All the popular bikes that exist, if they don't make it for your bike, reach out to them because they probably have a plan on making it happen. They focus mainly on protection for your bike. They also make easy pull levers and a bunch of billet CNC beautiful goodness. So get on over to Impaktech USA, use code FATPAT, that's PHATPAT at checkout, and you'll get 10% off. All right, that's enough. Let's get back into the action. There you see the Impaktech cage, the other one's in there. And then this is literally all the parts for the bike and more. What I'm gonna do on Monday is I gotta take the tires, so there's that one, and there's that one. And I gotta get them mounted on the wheels. I'm hoping I can take them to a good place and they'll do them right. But this is all the powder coating mess. This is my whiteboard that is now no more. I got this one. Guys, this board is so old. It has stuff to do with the ZS190. So this is when the bike was gray. This is when I went to 300. This all is Sean's stuff from Sean's build. From the purple build when I redid it purple. This to up here. But there's some things that need to be done. A couple things actually need to be crossed off. And then there's another project right there. Another project that's here, which will be actually after winter. I was gonna lower my van and put these wheels on, but instead I'm gonna hold off and do it once the chances of ice and everything are passed. I get the joy of removing powder coat from a bunch of these parts. So I'm gonna get this all organized on what needs stuff to be taken off. It's mainly just these. Actually, these are as well. So inside of these have to be done. Inside of this potentially. And we'll probably have to razor a little bit on these. But I don't know if I captured like the parts that I had to like grind down and whatnot. But like this, for example. So yeah, you can barely see the scrape marks in it. It'll get scraped again, but just wanted to start from the beginning. Long story short, I'm not going to show you me trying to get all this razored and ready to get it put on the bike. I'm just going to go ahead and do all this, sit back, relax, and I'm going to watch some TV while I'm doing it and get really dusty and nasty. I'll pick back up probably tomorrow after I've gotten the powder coat all taken care of so it can be used on the bike. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's going on, guys? So I got quite a bit of stuff assembled for the most part, ready to go. I'll show you. Alright, so we got these all assembled and mounted. And we got this all trimmed out. These had like little nipples on them. This is ready. Our RSC is put together. We got our master cylinders together. Now we gotta put the side cases on the motor. I know this place is a mess. Who cares? It's a garage. So now I'm gonna put this on the skateboard. I'm gonna roll it over here, put it on the actual lift so I can put the frame on the motor, and then we can raise it up. And the swing arm, which is over there, and the subframe on it. I can put the rear stand on it. Once the rear stand's on it and it's on the engine, it's gonna start coming together really fast. So that will be good. I have the forks right here. They got all redone and everything. I'm gonna clean those up as well. I'm gonna slide those in, but they're gonna come right back out probably Wednesday. It's Sunday today. So I should have vinyl to wrap those by Wednesday. and then those will go back on. I should have tires back by Wednesday, so the wheels and tires. Our tire machine is like not the best. The arm actually like slightly tweaks when you use it on 17-inch wheels, so I'm just not even gonna bother messing with it because I don't want to scratch the wheels. And then we got to figure out the tank. Gonna get some HT Moto. It's gonna get the new fairing on it. There's still some things that we got to do. I did get a integrated taillight. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it's like a brownish tint, but I think it will be underneath enough to where it won't be too noticeable that it's like kind of a brown. If it is kind of noticeable, I will get some vinyl to cover it to make it more smoked and not so brown. This thing's gonna start coming along pretty well, so you guys can watch the struggle bus of me putting the motor on the lift. I had somebody help me, John, but he just had a baby. Congratulations, John and Wansil, on your new baby girl. They have 2 sons and a baby girl. So he's being, you know, stunt dad, and I am putting together what I like to call, we were joking, calling it the frozen bike, which you'll, if that doesn't give you a hint on what the plastics are gonna look like, I don't know, but yeah, I have an idea of a license plate for them, but we'll see. I'm a bit tired because we had a fire alarm go off, so it is almost 4 o'clock. I still have to get all this done, so I'm hoping this all goes together really well. I know how this goes, so I'm gonna run into powder coating that I'm gonna have to clear and stuff, but it should come along pretty quickly. So I'm excited. Just need to get the frame on, and then it'll all really start snowballing from there. Case on. Actually, I think I might just put the frame on, because then I can strap it down better. Oh, actually I have to strap it down now. Let's find some straps, shall we? Where are my straps? That sucks. Has to hold it from flopping one way or the other. Perfect. Now, all right, frame time. Be close. All the pieces for the frame in the frame, and then we can go up from there. Last thing I need is just to fall over. So I kind of made a mistake. I just started working on the bike and I didn't stop. So let me show you what I did. So we got a lot done. We got all the wiring in. We got the subframe on, the sub cage on, the round bar, the swing arm, the suspension, the engine, the side case covers. Starting to work on a fork, starting to work on all this stuff. And I've been talking to John on the phone. He's right here. I tell him to say hi, but he's in my ear, so he can't really say anything. So you can wave, John. Wave. Alright. So he's over here since he's a new dad. Or not a new dad, but another dad. He's just kind of watching while I work. And he's looking things up for me while I'm doing all this stuff. So, yeah, even got all the little rubber pieces in the frame. The frame is not secure on yet because I need to be able to have the motor to where I can kind of twist it and jiggle it, and it's just not in a place right now. Once I get the front wheel on, I'll be able to do that. So the motor's not completely secure. It's in there, it ain't coming out, but the bolts are just kind of hanging there. So, yeah. Give you some close-ups.